Hello and welcome, my friends. Today's topic is called interaction. And this is a topic I wanted to talk about because it really has to do with us as people who are hopefully living our lives with an open mind and an open heart and wide open lenses, how we deal with other people and places and things in the third dimension. My name is Paul, and this is Path of Ascension. So I know last week I talked a lot about acceptance and having things, everything that comes into your life, accept it with equal value and understand that if it appears negative, it may be for a good reason for you to learn or to grow. If it appears positive, great, but it's only temporary. Everything that comes and goes is temporary. And the only thing that really isn't temporary is that deep part of you that is eternal. And that is the portion that you are going to have to access in order to live a fulfilling and hopefully inspiring life within the third dimension construct that we have here now. So before we get started on the interaction part, let's talk a little bit about oneness. I really should do an entire video on oneness. I know it's a difficult concept for some. You know, you see all the horrors in the world and all the things that people do, and you go, well, how can I be part of that? How can there be any part of them in me? Well, there is, and I guess until you, and I'm sure some of you have glimpsed this, some of you may experience it on a daily basis, and some of you may just only sort of intuitively know it. I would take that intuition and call that a gospel because it is the truth, and knowing this, even if you only know it in your head, is going to help you in everyday interaction with other people. Keep in mind, everybody comes with a certain amount of baggage. And, you know, I work in retail. I run into all different kinds of people. And there are people that walk into the store that I work in already with a chip on their shoulder. And it's like they have this idea, like if they're not nasty from the beginning, nobody's going to take them seriously or listen to them. And for me, that used to be a trigger. Now for me, the only thing it triggers is a little bit of sadness and compassion because I understand that feeling. We do feel small at times, and there are a lot of times when we feel that we're not heard. So, you know, when that comes at you, just like this business of accepting everything that comes, if you don't attach yourself to their attitude or their comments or their tone, just let it come and let it go pass right through you, and you deal with them exactly like you would deal with your brother or your best friend. You understand. It doesn't matter what their circumstances is. It doesn't matter, you know, what brought them to be this way. You understand, and you understand that that is the human experience, and hopefully one day, and maybe your interaction with them will be part of this one day, that they come to realize that there is more, and it's not going to be found by being nasty or hateful or hurtful. It's going to be found by understanding yourself, having compassion for yourself and for others. You know, this is why a couple videos ago I was talking about, you know, that aspect of spirituality that makes you want to sort of fly off into the stars and sort of avoid the whole earthling situation. And I was encouraging people not to do that because we are here for a reason and we have a function to do. And like it or not, we're part of the collective. And if we want to make an impact in the world, we need to be the positive, loving, compassionate part of the collective and make that be your influence in the world. As long as you're here, let's be a good influence, right? So to put this in action, I know a lot of us have triggers, and they're different triggers for everybody. To really put this in action, what I'm going to encourage you to do is whenever a situation comes up that you're triggered, think one word. Think compassion. And when you stop and you think of that word, number one, it keeps you from reacting right off the bat, which is always a bad idea, and gives you some space. And two, reminds you that that is the answer to everything, kindness and compassion. So if you drop that into your mind before you respond, before you even look up and see who's saying what they're saying, it can only work out to everyone's benefit, and hopefully, more importantly, the person that you're standing in front of. Now, will this always work? No, probably not. But probably 90% of the time, you're going to diffuse people and you're going to sort of set them at ease in a certain way. And it's just, you're not challenging them like they expected. You're not overreacting like they expected. They're not getting anything out of you but that compassion and that understanding. And like I said, 90% of the time, that's going to work in everybody's favor. Keep in mind, and I hate to put a caveat on it, but you are a divine being and there's no reason why you should stand there and take any abuse. If it does not land on them, hopefully it will one day. If it doesn't today, you still have freedom and you still can walk away. Thank you for listening, guys. You guys are all awesome. Go out there and try this and see how it works for you. Let's change the world one person at a time.